Episode 7 of Dept starts with Akram and Carl showing up to see Stephen Burns. They bring the connections to Kirsty, Merritt, and Liam Taylor to his desk, and while Carl prods him over Kirsty's attack and Finch's potential influences with those inside the prison and outside, Akram wanders about, listening intently. The mysterious deaths that occurred just after Kirsty's confession don't help Stephen's case. And of course there's the small matter of Julia's car accident, too. Akram catches Stephen out with his statements about Kirsty's addiction, given Carl never brought it up, and he cracks, at least a little. The only person who can corroborate all of this is Merritt, but only if she's still alive. For the time being, Merritt is alive, but inside her hyperbaric chamber, time is very much of the essence. She scrubs off the writing from the walls, and through flashbacks, we see that Harry Jennings and Merritt were close as kids. In fact, they used to smoke together and were in a relationship. According to Merritt, they were very much in love. Jamie is not happy with these ties, but there's not much he can do given Merritt is a wild child and doesn't listen to anybody. Back in the present, Carl shows up to see Graham Finch next and brings up the botched hit on Kirsty. Ed Solomon, the guy they squeezed for info last episode, has quite the treasure trove of evidence on his phone, including messages directly linked to getting those inside the prison to take out Kirsty. Carl is smart and susses that the same men who visited Jasper also went after Fergus too. Now, interestingly, it was Sam Haig who told Robert, Graham Finch's lawyer, about Kirsty a day at trial. He just offered up the information willingly with nothing in return. Why? For now, they don't have all the pieces, but it does appear that Finch is involved in some way. Back in the car, there's an amusing bit of dialogue between Carl and Akram as the former tries to figure out the mysterious past regarding his assistant. Akram doesn't offer anything concrete up, though, as they get an unlikely call come through. It's Dennis Piper, the slimy journalist from before. Apparently, he's got information to help them out and pings over a video of Sam Haig from the past. We know Sam Haig is secretive, but now we understand why. He wouldn't talk to anybody at the office when he bothered to show up to work. And that's because he was actually an ex-convict. Dennis hacked Haig's computer to get hold of the video, something that he himself received after being blackmailed by someone at Godhaven, the prison he was in. Sam was doing his own story and apparently covering someone who could be linked to all of this. The journo, Dennis, encourages Carl to investigate, and specifically through talking to Terry Dundee, the officer over at Godhaven, for the full story. Before Carl continues, though, he speaks to Jasper about the drama and decides to finally open up and properly talk about their concerns that night. It's a really nice moment, especially as you can tell Jasper does look up to his stepdad and needs his influence but isn't quite sure how to express it. Rose, meanwhile, looks into the mystery surrounding Sam Haig's death. The police initially chalked this up to a traumatic fall pretty quickly, and the timeline matches, but the climbing instructor, Paul Evans, may be lying. Paul sent various messages to Sam, telling him he needs to stop keeping secrets and tell the truth. It seems Paul knew about Sam's illicit affairs with Merritt, given the language in these messages. Hardy encourages Rose to go and speak to Paul again when she brings these concerns to him. Rose does just that, and Paul eventually opens up to her, admitting that he and Sam were close and they likened their climbs to therapy sessions where they'd open up and talk. Apparently Sam never mentioned Merritt, though, and the hotel he was frequenting is a completely different venue here called the Spivey Inn. He wasn't there with Merritt, though. It was Chloe. This is how Chloe is involved because, as they'd all been drinking that night, she wound up sleeping with him. Carl shows up to see Rachel at her place, but she's mystified over why he's shown up. Carl admits he's not sure either as he came for therapy, but it seems like there may actually be feelings growing, but he's not sure how to express it. Eventually, he decides to leave, and it's all very awkward. While this is happening, Merritt has an infected tooth, and after getting some pliers to cut it out, she uses those same pliers to mess up the air pressure inside the chamber, smacking the pipes and eventually blasting the wheelchair-bound lady on the other side straight over, knocking her out. Despite making it out of her prison, Merritt manages to call 9999, but just as the call connects, a second assailant stamps on her forearm and proceeds to kick her in the head.